It's our time for entertainment, but we're not done with the crime issues yet. We will be returning to our security analyst Adam Bona, who is on standby. He'll be sharing with us some insights as to why some of these crime or armed robberies are taking place, armed robberies of forex bureaus, armed robbery attacks on residents of Uyibi and far-flung areas of the capital. We'll be bringing you his insights in a bit. Right now, though, Ms. G has joined me with entertainment. Hello, Ms. G.
Hello, Israel. How are you doing? So, yesterday we talked about how late King Promise was for an event that was meant to honor him. Now, it's not the first time we've seen celebs show up late for events. Now, we're wondering, you know, what really makes these celebrities show up very late, sometimes almost when the show or event is over for the events. Why do they show up late? Yes, Daniela Eduasari has been finding out why.
Characteristic of most celebrities in Ghana is usual lateness to events. Most recently, Afropop musician King Promise showed up for his unveiling as face of Event Guide magazine February edition after the event was over and done.
You're late. I know. We had to rush here and unfortunately time's far gone there.
Colleague Nana Kwame Labi reports, at the Pauline's Diaries movie premiere, the situation was no different.
So the event was supposed to start at 7 p.m. and as at 8 p.m. the only actor present there was Alikem Kumoji. Obviously they couldn't start red carpets without the rest, so they decided to go into the cinema and premiere the movie, then come back and do the red carpet, which delayed the whole process.
Are celebrities just genuinely overwhelmed with so many functions at a time? Or a considerable amount of audience are expected to be present before they show up? Musicians Nana Boro and Dead Buddy share their opinions.
Sometimes it is deliberate, but I don't think when it comes to business is right.
We as artists, when there's an event, right, there needs to be something put together. Let's say if the place is not fixed right, we're not going to show up.
Uncle Ebo White, renowned for his apt punctuality, is the CEO of Roverman Productions.
In my case, it begins with my own personal dislike for being delayed. So I resolved that just as I hate it, I will not inflict it on anyone else. And until we overcome some of the negative aspects of our culture, we'll continue having celebrities and important people arriving late, because part of our culture says that if you are important, they must come and wait for you. You don't come and wait for people.
The creative arts industry can only get better, hopefully, starting with the basic discipline of punctuality.
All right, so that's a report by Daniela Eduasari. So because she mentioned Pauline's Diary, let's go to the Silverbird Cinema where the premiere of that movie happened over the weekend. It was a movie to project the ills of domestic violence.
Violence is one of the major social canker affecting women in this country. It diminishes their confidence level.
If your husband beats you once in a while, tell him.
People came out in their numbers, so it's well appreciated. You know, the movie is to talk to people about domestic violence and the fact that we don't condone it.
This film has really gone through a lot of challenges, but I think that at the end of the day, it's worth it.
Really enjoyed it so well because it feels so real, and I think I will encourage more people to watch it and take the advice from it because it's a very practical movie.
Daddy, stop! I was hurt for many years because of a woman. God damn you!
All right, so now there are rumors that Stonebwoy, who just got signed on a few months ago, got signed on to Xylophone Media, might be, leaving.
Abandoning them.
Yes, and we've not had confirmed reports, but Stonebwoy says he would only respond to questions on Xylophone Media when he returns to Ghana. Now, people say that he might step away because he was never promised another dancehall artist in his camp. as part of the
agreement, in the xylophone camp.
Exactly, as part of the agreement, he was supposed to be the only dancehall artist. You know that Shatta Wale got signed on to the label, and so people think that Shatta was brought in to project the xylophone media brand. Now, rumor has it that Stonebwoy does not hype, promote, talk about the xylophone media brand as much as it does his brand. But Shatta Wale has hair dyed blue, and he tells us that that's a xylophone. Everything Shatta Wale talks about is xylophone, so people claim he was brought in to project the xylophone brand. Now, Bulldog, who is a manager who works directly with Stonebwoy, says it's not true, but people say they can confirm that once Stonebwoy is back, he's going to pay off,
relationship,
and that will be the end of his relationship with the Xylophone Media Group. Some people are excited though, and we hear also that things are not working according to what the plans initially were with most of the artists that have been signed on to the label.
Oh, so there are other complaints.
There are other complaints as well. Yes, we've been hearing a lot of stories from the likes of Becca, and they're wondering what the label is actually adding to their brand. They feel that they are brands on their own and they're expecting some push. But people think that the brand, did Becca attend concerts, took her to the United Kingdom to promote her works. And so
they also did something for Stonebwoy as well.
Yes, but I don't know what they were expecting. I don't know what their contract entails. But Stonebwoy says he doesn't think his contract detailed the promotion of xylophone. Well, when he's back, he'll talk some more. But let's go to Nigeria, where Omotola is telling us about, knowing what she wanted to do with her career, even before she got married. Remember that she married as a teenager? So I wonder how she knew that she would be this successful as an actress and a musician.
You married pretty early, under 20. And I wonder, what would, if you had married a guy who didn't let you still get the education that you wanted to get and get your career?
I would have left. It's really not that hard. But, we already had all that discussion before we got married.
So even at that age, you had that kind of...
Yes, I wrote down a lot of my dreams at age 12, 13, 14, 15. By age 15, I had written out a lot of everything I am doing today. So when I met him, I met him when I was 16.
You had become born again. You met him in church or something like that?
I met him in church, yes. I met him in church through his sister. So I was pretty much 16, but I looked like I was 21 or 22 or something.
The same way.
I was very mature. I knew what I wanted. And so when I met him, we were just friends. I was friends with his sister, his older sister, and she introduced us. And he wasn't even living in Nigeria, so he would just come every now and then. He knew about my family, so he would come around. So it was just because his other siblings were already friends. So he just, blended in. He was just a friend, really. And for him, he said when I turned 18, that's when he felt like, okay.
It's time to, this girl is saying.
Let's leave the friend zone or something. But so it was pretty much, I can't even say we really dated or courted or, or something in the regular way, because we're just friends.
All right, so that's a Nigerian actress. Now she's a musician as well. So Omotola Jelade Akinde 4.0. Omotola is 40. All right, thank you for having me.
Okay, thank you very much, Miss G, for bringing us entertainment.